15 trees science still can't explain. Get ready to enter a world where botany meets the supernatural. From the arid forests of Socotra to the ancient woodlands of New Zealand, some trees defy logic, science, and even human imagination. Discover the dragon's blood tree, whose red sap has intrigued researchers for centuries, and the mythical Baobab, which can store thousands of liters of water and live for millennia. Uncover the mystery of the manna tree, which produces a sweet sap capable of feeding entire communities, and the Wollemi pine, a true living fossil rediscovered in the 20th century. Marvel at the kneeling cypress, whose aerial roots appear to kneel to the world, and the luminescent trees that transform tropical forests into magical landscapes at night. Between legends and science, explore trees that vanish and reappear like ghosts, giants like the sequoias and kauris, sacred trees of life like the Baum des Lebens, and specimens revered by ancient cultures such as Tane Mahuta and the jade tree. Every trunk, leaf, and drop of sap carries secrets that science has yet to unravel. If you think you've seen everything nature has to offer, get ready to be amazed. These 15 trees are living proof that our planet still holds mysteries impossible to explain. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Now let's get started. Number 15, Dragon's Blood Tree, Socotra, Yemen. The dragon's blood tree, scientifically known as Dracana cinnabari, is one of the most enigmatic species on the planet. Native to Socotra Island in Yemen, it impresses not only with its unusual appearance, but also with the mysteries surrounding it. Its canopy spreads like an umbrella, creating almost perfect shade on the arid ground, and its rigid, narrow leaves resemble swords. What fascinates most is its deep red sap, known since ancient times as dragon's blood. This resin has been used in cosmetics, dyes, medicine, and even mystical rituals, yet its exact biological role in the tree still puzzles scientists. Studies suggest that the sap may act as a defense against pests and infections, but the intensity of the color and the amount produced seem to exceed any apparent natural need. Another mystery is the tree's longevity and growth in such extreme conditions. Socotra is an arid, rocky region with poor soil and little water, yet these trees thrive, forming unique forests that seem pulled from a fantasy world. The evolutionary adaptations that allow these trees to survive and flourish in such a harsh ecosystem are not yet fully understood, raising questions about their genetic resilience and metabolism. The dragon's blood tree also challenges reproduction patterns observed in many plants. Its propagation is slow, dependent on specific soil and moisture conditions, and pollination is limited. Additionally, the seeds have a relatively low germination rate, making natural regeneration a delicate and mysterious process. Despite worldwide fame, much remains unknown about how the tree maintains its population and adapts to extreme climate changes on the island. Historically, dragon's blood was so valued that ancient travelers and traders believed in its magical and healing properties. Some cultures claimed it could heal wounds, strengthen blood, or even protect against spells. While we now know many of these claims are exaggerated, scientific interest persists, mainly due to the chemical composition of the resin, which contains antioxidants and unique bioactive compounds. Researchers are still investigating how these substances form and whether the tree possesses unknown production mechanisms. The dragon's blood tree's striking appearance has also inspired artists, writers, and photographers. Its unique form, combined with the intense red sap and green leaves, creates an almost surreal image. The tree has become a symbol of life's resilience in hostile environments, but also a reminder that even in the 21st century, natural phenomena continue to challenge our understanding. In summary, the dragon's blood tree is more than a botanical curiosity. It represents a living mystery, a link between past and present, mythology and modern biology. Each umbrella-shaped canopy and every drop of red sap seems to tell a story science has yet to fully decipher, making it one of the most fascinating and incomprehensible trees in the world. Number 14, Baobab. The baobab, known as the tree of life, is one of the most impressive and enigmatic species in Africa and Madagascar. Belonging to the genus Adansonea, these gigantic trees are famous for their unusual shapes: wide, cylindrical trunks that can reach up to 15 meters in diameter, canopies resembling upside-down roots, and a longevity that defies human understanding. Some baobab species can live over 6,000 years, becoming silent witnesses to entire eras, surviving climate changes, fires, and human activity over the centuries. One of the greatest mysteries of the baobab is its ability to store enormous amounts of water in its trunk. During the rainy season, the tree absorbs and retains enough water to survive long dry periods, remaining alive even in arid and hostile environments. While this phenomenon is partially understood, the exact mechanisms regulating the absorption, storage, and use of this water still intrigue scientists. Additionally, the baobab shows remarkable resistance to pests and diseases, raising questions about its natural defenses and the chemical composition of its bark and sap. Another fascinating feature is the baobab's ability to reproduce under extreme conditions. Its large, fragrant flowers open only at night and depend on specific pollinators such as bats and nocturnal insects. Seed germination rates are limited, and seedling survival in arid soil is a constant challenge, making the tree's life cycle even more intriguing for researchers. Culturally, the baobab is also shrouded in mystery and reverence. In many African regions, it is considered sacred, serving as a site for ceremonies, gatherings, and rituals. Local legends speak of baobabs that walk or change location at night, images that inspire myths and folktales, though no scientific evidence supports such phenomena. The symbolism of the baobab as a source of life and resilience is due not only to its longevity and survival ability, but also to the variety of resources it provides: nutritious fruits, medicinal leaves, and bark usable for rope and fabric. Beyond practical uses, the baobab is visually captivating. During the dry season, when it loses all leaves, its twisted silhouette and massive trunk create almost surreal scenes, as if the tree were planted upside down. This appearance, combined with its impressive resilience, makes the baobab a symbol of life's adaptation to harsh environments, inspiring artists, photographers, and writers worldwide. In short, the baobab is not just a tree, it is a living monument of nature, a biological and cultural enigma. Its ability to survive where other species perish, its extraordinary longevity, and the mysteries of its inner workings make it one of the most fascinating and incomprehensible trees on the planet. A true tree of life that defies science and continues to inspire humanity. Number 13. Manna tree, Mediterranean basin. The manna tree, scientifically known as Fraxinus ornus, is one of the most fascinating botanical mysteries of the Mediterranean region. Its name comes from the sweet sap the tree produces, called manna, which historically fed ancient peoples and generated numerous legends. The peculiarity of this tree lies precisely in this natural phenomenon. During certain times of the year, it exudes a sugary resin that can be consumed directly or used for medicinal and culinary purposes. Although known for centuries, the exact mechanisms causing the tree to produce this sap in such specific amounts still puzzle scientists. Manna is rich in natural sugars, but the evolutionary reason for the tree to produce this substance remains a mystery. Some theories suggest the sweet secretion could attract insects and animals that aid in pollination or seed dispersal, but the full ecological relationship is not yet fully understood. Additionally, manna production is uneven. Not all trees produce the sap, and even within a single population, the quantity and quality vary significantly, raising questions about the genetic, environmental, and climatic factors influencing this phenomenon. Another intriguing aspect of the manna tree is its resilience to the Mediterranean environment, characterized by hot, dry summers and cold winters. It survives in poor, often rocky soils, demonstrating adaptations that continue to challenge modern botanists. Its longevity is also impressive. Some trees live for several centuries, maintaining their ability to produce manna for much of their lives. This durability, combined with the unpredictable behavior of the secretion, contributes to the scientific and cultural fascination surrounding it. Historically, manna played an important role in food and medicine. Ancient peoples believed it had healing, energizing, and even mystical properties, sometimes considered a divine gift. The Bible and other historical texts mention similar substances, reinforcing the tree's legendary status. Even today, the sap is studied for its antioxidant, mineral, and medicinal properties, though many of its natural effects remain poorly understood, leaving room for further research. Beyond its historical and medicinal value, the manna tree also enchants with its beauty. During flowering, its delicate white flowers cover the canopy, creating a striking contrast with the robust trunk and the arid environment in which it grows. The tree, therefore, is both an aesthetic and biological wonder, symbolizing the resilience and generosity of nature in adverse conditions. In short, the manna tree is far more than a simple fruit tree. Its ability to produce sweet sap, adaptability to Mediterranean environments, and the mystery mystery surrounding its reproduction and secretion make it one of the most fascinating and incomprehensible specimens in botany. Every drop of manna seems to carry secrets that science has yet to fully decipher, solidifying its status as a legendary and mysterious tree. Number 12. Wollemi pine, Australia. The Wollemi pine, Wollemia nobilis, is often described as a living fossil and represents one of the greatest botanical mysteries of the modern world. Discovered in 1994 in Wollemi National Park, Australia, the species was believed extinct for around 2 million years. Its rediscovery surprised scientists and botanists worldwide, as the tree not only survived through geological eras, but also retained characteristics almost identical to its prehistoric ancestors. This phenomenon completely challenges the evolutionary and survival models known to science until then. The Wollemi pine has a dark, rough trunk covered in bubble-like protrusions with spirally arranged leaves resembling small needles. This peculiar appearance contributes to its mysterious aura, but its reproduction and resilience are what truly impress. The trees produce male and female cones, yet the natural fertilization rate is low, making species preservation a challenge. To ensure survival, cloning and cultivation programs in botanical gardens were implemented, allowing these unique trees to multiply outside their natural habitat, though reproductive behavior in their original ecosystem remains partially unknown. Another intriguing aspect of the Wollemi pine is its ability to withstand wildfires, pests, and diseases, traits seemingly preserved from prehistoric times. Its bark and leaves possess adaptations for rapid regeneration and protection against extreme conditions, but the exact mechanisms that make these trees so resilient are still being studied. Moreover, the number of remaining wild specimens is extremely low, estimated at fewer than 250 individuals, making each tree a botanical and scientific treasure. Culturally, the tree also captivates. In Australia, it is considered a symbol of resilience and survival. Researchers often describe encountering a Wollemi pine in the forest as stepping into a portal to the age of dinosaurs, given the sense of contact with an organism that survived millions of years virtually unchanged. This connection between past and present makes the tree an icon of conservation and highlights the importance of protecting rare and nearly extinct species. The mystery surrounding the Wollemi pine also extends to its origin. Scientists are still trying to understand how this species survived in isolation for so long, without a continuous fossil record to fully explain its persistence. The tree raises questions about biogeography, evolution, and adaptation, making it a unique case study for botanists and ecologists worldwide. In summary, the Wollemi pine is not just a rare tree, it is a true relic of Earth's life history. Its existence challenges scientific paradigms, connects plant generations to the distant past, and continues to inspire research, fascination, and respect. Each rough trunk and every cone seems to tell stories of a time when the planet was completely different, solidifying its status as one of the most mysterious and incomprehensible trees in the world. Number 11. Kneeling cypress, USA. The kneeling cypress, Taxodium distichum, is one of the most fascinating and enigmatic trees of the southern United States swamps. Its common name, kneeling cypress, comes from its aerial roots, known as pneumatophores, which rise from the swampy soil and project upwards, resembling small towers or knees. These phenomena, aside from being visually striking, represent a biological mystery, although these roots are known to assist in respiration in waterlogged soils. The unusual shape, distribution, and growth of the pneumatophores continued to intrigue scientists. The kneeling cypress thrives in wet environments, often with stagnant water and oxygen-poor soils, conditions in which few species survive. Its ability to resist prolonged flooding, pests, and even wildfires makes it a remarkable example of evolutionary adaptation. However, the precise mechanisms that allow such extreme resilience, especially regeneration after physical or environmental damage, remain not fully understood. Beyond its peculiar morphology, the kneeling cypress has impressive longevity. Some individuals can live for over 1,000 years, forming true living monuments in the swamps. During their lifespan, these green giants accumulate rings of natural history, growth layers that record climate changes, floods, and fires, offering a unique biological archive. Researchers use these trees to study ancient environmental patterns, yet the irregular growth of some populations raises questions about genetic and environmental factors influencing their structure. structure. Culturally, the kneeling cypress also captivates. Painters, photographers, and writers are drawn to the unique landscape created by these trees, especially when swamp mist envelops their canopies and emerging knees. Indigenous peoples of the region associated the cypress with protection and spirituality, seeing the trees as natural guardians of swamps and rivers. This symbolism, combined with its almost supernatural appearance, contributes to the tree's mysterious character. The mystery of the kneeling cypress extends beyond physiology or longevity. Observations of irregular growth, twisted trunks, and the emergence of new trees from fallen branches generate debates about natural cloning processes and vegetative regeneration that are not yet fully documented. Additionally, some specimens have forms so unusual they seem to defy traditional botanical laws, such as trunks curving at impossible angles or roots intertwining in complex patterns. In summary, the kneeling cypress is a tree that combines resilience, beauty, and mystery. Its knees rising from the swamp, extreme longevity, and adaptation to hostile environments make it one of North America's most intriguing species. Each twisted trunk and pneumatophore emerging from the swamp seems to tell secrets science has yet to fully decipher, solidifying its reputation as an incomprehensible and fascinating tree. Number 10. Luminescent trees. Various tropical locations. Luminescent trees represent one of the most fascinating and mysterious natural phenomena on the planet. Although rarely documented and infrequently observed in their natural habitat, some species of tropical trees and plants emit a faint light, primarily visible at night. This phenomenon, called bioluminescence, piques the curiosity of scientists and explorers as it challenges conventional understanding of plant physiology. How can organisms rooted in the soil produce visible light without an external energy source? Studies suggest that the luminescence is related to chemical reactions involving specific compounds, possibly interacting with symbiotic fungi present in the wood or leaves. However, the distribution of this phenomenon among species is still unclear, and many trees reported in tropical forests disappear before they can be studied. Additionally, light intensity varies with season, tree age, and environmental conditions, suggesting that multiple biological and ecological factors are at play. The purpose of this bioluminescence is also a mystery. Some theories propose it attracts nocturnal pollinators or seed dispersers, while others suggest the light could serve as a defense mechanism, deterring herbivores or warning of fungal and insect infestations. Despite these hypotheses, no explanation is conclusive, and many luminescent trees remain enigmatic to modern science. Beyond the biological aspect, luminescent trees hold cultural and symbolic fascination. In several regions, accounts from villagers and explorers speak of forests that appear to glow at night, creating surreal landscapes and inspiring legends of forest spirits, mystical guides, or portals to other worlds. This mysticism contributes to the aura of mystery surrounding these trees, making them not only an intriguing scientific phenomenon, but also an essential element of local folklore. The difficulty of studying these trees is amplified by their rarity and the fragility of the ecosystems they inhabit. Tropical forests are sensitive habitats, and the natural light emitted by these trees is usually faint and short-lived, complicating detailed measurement and observation. Yet technological advances such as high-sensitivity cameras and chemical sensors have allowed some cases to be recorded and analyzed, paving the way for new discoveries about the biological mechanisms involved. In summary, luminescent trees remain among botany's greatest mysteries. Their ability to emit light, adaptability to specific environments, and partially unknown ecological role make them unique and almost magical organisms. Each illuminated trunk, each leaf glowing at night represents a phenomenon science has yet to fully decipher, keeping the sense of wonder and mystery alive for all who are fortunate enough to witness them. Number 9. Castaño de las Cien Cabras, Spain. The Castaño de las Cien Cabras is a monumental tree located in the Sobrarbe region of Spain, captivating both botanists and local visitors. Scientifically, it is a chestnut tree, Castanea sativa, estimated to be between 1 and 2,000 years old, although its exact age is still under study. Its peculiar name, of the 100 goats, comes from a local legend that claims 100 goats could shelter under its canopy at the same time, highlighting the impressive size of its trunk and branches. What makes this tree particularly intriguing is its colossal size and unusual growth pattern. Its trunk is vast, irregular, and deeply furrowed, almost as if it carries the marks of centuries of history. Scientists study how this tree has survived climate changes, wildfires, and human activity for so long while maintaining vigor, fruit production, and structural resilience. Additionally, its roots spread unpredictably, making the tree a living example of extraordinary adaptations to ensure stability and nutrition in often challenging soils. Another fascinating feature of the Castaño de las Cien Cabras is its biological resilience. Despite attacks from fungi, insects, and diseases common to chestnut trees, it continues to flourish and produce seeds with remarkable regularity. Researchers examine its genetic composition to uncover the secrets behind its longevity and relative immunity to pests, but many questions remain unanswered. This natural resilience contributes to the tree's aura of mystery and establishes it as a true botanical monument. Culturally, the chestnut tree is surrounded by legends and traditions. For centuries, villagers attributed magical qualities to the tree, believing it protected them from storms and brought luck and prosperity. The Castaño de las Cien Cabras has become a symbol of resilience and intergenerational connection, serving as a focal point for community gatherings and local celebrations. Its presence is almost sacred, and the tree is frequently photographed, studied, and revered as a living natural heritage. Beyond its historical and cultural value, the tree impresses visually. With dense, broad leaves, expansive branches, and a massive trunk, it creates its own microclimate, offering shade and shelter to various wildlife species. Observers describe the experience of standing under its canopy as stepping into a timeless space, where time seems to slow and the majesty of nature asserts itself. In summary, the Castaño de las Cien Cabras is far more than a common chestnut tree. Its extraordinary longevity, adaptability to adverse conditions, and the stories surrounding it make it a fascinating and mysterious tree. Every groove in its trunk, every enormous branch, and every ripening fruit seem to carry centuries of secrets not yet fully understood by science, cementing its place among the world's most intriguing trees. Number 8. Jade Tree, China. The jade tree, Crassula ovata, also known as the friendship plant or money tree, is one of the most fascinating examples of mysterious trees cultivated and revered in China and around the world. Although technically a succulent rather than a tree in the classical sense, its tree-like shape and perennial growth make it a curious object of study, particularly for its unique adaptations and almost enigmatic properties. One of the most intriguing features of the jade tree is its longevity. Some cultivated specimens can survive over 100 years, maintaining vitality and continuous growth. This longevity is accompanied by remarkable adaptability. The tree can thrive in different climates, withstand prolonged drought, and even regenerate from small fallen branches or leaves. Scientists are still studying the cellular and genetic mechanisms that allow this resilience, as it combines structural strength and efficient metabolism in a remarkably effective way. Another captivating aspect is its aesthetic and symbolic appearance. The jade tree has shiny green leaves, sometimes with reddish edges, and a trunk resembling aged wood. When properly cultivated, it can develop twisted branches that resemble miniature ancient trees, creating shapes that evoke good fortune, prosperity, and harmony according to Chinese cultural traditions and feng shui. This combination of natural beauty and cultural symbolism adds to the species' mystery and charm. Beyond aesthetics, the jade tree is studied for its unique physiological properties. It can store water in its leaves and trunk, allowing survival in arid environments. However, the efficiency with which it distributes and uses these resources remains partially unknown, as do the chemical signals that regulate its growth and adaptation. Researchers believe the tree possesses complex biochemical mechanisms that have yet to be fully understood, making it a fascinating study object for botanists and horticulturists. The mystery also extends to reproduction. Although easy to propagate via cuttings, flowering is rare, especially outside its natural habitat. Small, inconspicuous flowers occasionally appear but do not follow predictable patterns, raising questions about environmental and internal factors regulating flowering. This irregularity reinforces the aura of mystery surrounding the species. In summary, the jade tree is more than just an ornamental plant. Its longevity, resilience, unique appearance, and unpredictable growth and flowering make it a true botanical enigma. Every Every twisted branch, every shiny leaf, and every unexpected bloom seems to tell a story of resilience and adaptation that science has yet to fully decipher, solidifying its status as a fascinating and mysterious tree. Number 7. Ghost Tree, North America. The ghost tree is one of the most mysterious and enigmatic species in North America, surrounded by historical accounts, local folklore, and fascinating botanical enigmas. Unlike common trees, so-called ghost trees are specimens documented on old maps or mentioned in explorers' accounts, but are rarely seen again, as if they vanish inexplicably. This phenomenon challenges modern science and raises questions about their existence, regeneration, and habitat. The main mystery of the ghost tree lies in its irregular appearance. Some reports describe spectral trunks covered with moss or glowing lichens appearing in specific areas and then disappearing for years only to reappear nearby. Scientists attempt to understand whether these patterns are caused by environmental factors, soil changes, or even natural cloning, but no definitive explanation exists. Furthermore, the low frequency of observations and the difficulty accessing habitats make data collection extremely limited. Another intriguing feature of these trees is their longevity and resilience. When located, many ghost trees show signs of advanced age, knotty trunks, and extensive root systems indicating adaptation to poor soils, harsh climates, or extreme conditions. This natural resilience suggests we are dealing with specimens that developed unique evolutionary strategies to survive, although the exact mechanisms remain unknown. Local folklore and culture also add layers of mystery to the ghost tree. Indigenous peoples and rural communities report that these trees are guardians of ancient secrets, capable of hiding or moving to avoid destruction. Some tales claim that touching their trunks brings luck or revelations, while others speak of apparitions that only occur at night, under specific lights or dense fog. This combination of natural phenomenon and cultural tradition contributes to the supernatural aura surrounding the species. From a scientific perspective, the ghost tree offers unique study opportunities. Its reproduction, resilience, and growth patterns are poorly understood, raising questions about ecology, genetics, and adaptation to environmental changes. The uncertainty about its location and behavior challenges researchers to develop innovative monitoring methods, using satellite imagery, drones, and environmental sensors to track its existence. In summary, the ghost tree is far more than a curiosity. It is a true natural enigma. Its mysterious appearance and disappearance, impressive longevity, and surrounding folklore make it one of the most fascinating and incomprehensible trees in North America. Every lost trunk, historical record, and report of an appearance seems to hold secrets that science has yet to fully unravel, consolidating its status as a mysterious and almost supernatural tree. Number 6. Giant Sequoia, California, USA. The giant sequoia, Sequoia dendron giganteum, native to the mountains of California, is one of the most impressive and mysterious trees on the planet. Known for its colossal size and extreme longevity, it can reach heights over 85 meters and trunk diameters exceeding 10 meters, making it a true living monument of nature. Despite its size and grandeur, many aspects of its biology and ecology remain poorly understood, shrouding the giant sequoia in mystery. One of the most intriguing phenomena is its longevity. Some sequoias can live over 3,000 years, surviving fires, strong winds, and climate changes. Scientists continue to study the factors that allow this extraordinary durability, including the chemical composition of its bark, the cellular structure of its wood, and its ability to regenerate from branches or even damaged trunks. Its resistance to fungi and insects, which typically affect large trees, also remains a fascinating enigma. Additionally, giant sequoias have a peculiar reproductive system. Their cones are small relative to the tree's size and can remain closed for years, only opening under specific conditions, such as the intense heat of natural fires. This seed release mechanism suggests a unique evolutionary adaptation for survival in fire-prone ecosystems, though the details of its regulation remain not fully understood. Culturally, sequoias have inspired awe and respect for centuries. Indigenous peoples of California revered these trees as sacred, considering them guardians of the forest and symbols of longevity and strength. strength. Today, beyond their ecological importance, they are icons of tourism and environmental conservation, attracting millions of visitors who marvel at their grandeur. Photographs, films, and paintings often attempt to capture their majesty, but the true scale is only fully appreciated in person. Another mystery is their climate adaptation. Despite living in relatively limited regions, sequoias show remarkable tolerance to variations in temperature, precipitation, and even soil conditions. Scientists study how these trees balance rapid growth, water absorption, and protection against extreme environmental stresses, with many details still unknown. In summary, the giant sequoia is more than a tree. It is a living monument of evolution and a botanical mystery in full existence. Its longevity, extraordinary size, remarkable resilience, and partially understood survival strategies make it one of the most fascinating and incomprehensible trees in the world. Every massive trunk, majestic canopy, and centuries-old cone seems to hold secrets that science continues to uncover slowly, maintaining the sense of awe and mystery surrounding this monumental species. Number 5. Kauri tree, New Zealand. The kauri tree, Agathis australis, native to the forests of New Zealand, is one of the oldest and most impressive species on the planet. Considered a living fossil, some kauris survive over 2,000 years, remaining vigorous and productive even under challenging environmental conditions. Its longevity, colossal size, and resistance to pests make it a true botanical enigma, captivating both scientists and local communities. What makes the kauri particularly intriguing is its unique wood and resin. The wood is extremely dense, resistant to fungi and insects, and has been highly valued historically for construction and sculpture. The resin, known as kawa, has complex chemical properties and is still studied today for potential medicinal and industrial applications. Despite decades of research, many aspects of the chemical composition and biological function of these substances remain poorly understood, contributing to the species' mystery. Another fascinating phenomenon of the kauri is its regeneration and resilience to environmental changes. Even when damaged by storms or disease, the tree can survive for centuries, developing new shoots and maintaining its deep and expansive root system. Scientists continue to study the genetic and physiological mechanisms behind this extraordinary resilience, including adaptations for nutrient absorption in poor soils and water storage during droughts. Culturally, the kauri is revered by the Maori people, who see it as a symbol of strength, resilience, and ancestral connection. The oldest trees are considered sacred, and many legends surround their forests, including stories about protective spirits and the tree's ability to impart wisdom through its imposing presence. This cultural aspect adds a layer of mystery beyond biology, making the kauri a living symbol of history and spirituality. Beyond its cultural and scientific value, the kauri impresses visually. Its massive trunks, often exceeding 5 meters in diameter, and canopies rising majestically skyward create an almost supernatural sense of grandeur. The visual impact and physical presence transform any kauri forest into a true natural sanctuary, reinforcing its status as a unique and incomparable specimen. In summary, the kauri tree is far more than an arboreal species. It is a living relic of thousands of years of evolution. Its longevity, resilience, unique properties, and cultural significance make it one of the most fascinating and incomprehensible trees on the planet. Every massive trunk, drop of resin, and new shoot seems to carry secrets that science has yet to fully unravel, cementing its place among the great mysteries of global botany. Number 4. Baum des Lebens, Germany. The Baum des Lebens, or Tree of Life, located in Germany, is one of the most intriguing examples of trees that defy scientific understanding. Although several trees bear this name in different regions, the concept generally refers to centennial or millennial trees, with unusual shapes and growth patterns that captivate botanists and historians alike. The tree is considered a symbol of regeneration, vitality, and mystery, uniquely combining cultural and biological significance. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Baum des Lebens is its extraordinary regenerative capacity. Many specimens feature knotted trunks and broken branches that continue to grow, as if the tree possesses nearly limitless internal recovery mechanisms. Scientists study these adaptations, trying to understand how plant cells in ancient species maintain vitality and resist aging and physical damage over centuries. This phenomenon raises questions about longevity, metabolism, and survival strategies that have yet to be fully elucidated. The tree is also remarkable for its physical structure. Twisted trunks, exposed roots, and dense canopies create unique forms that often resemble natural sculptures. Some researchers believe these shapes arise from extreme environmental conditions, such as strong winds, uneven soils, or climatic variations over centuries, yet the regularity and complexity of the structures remain debated. The symmetry and unexpected patterns in some trees challenge traditional plant growth models, making the Baum des Lebens a true botanical enigma. Culturally, the Tree of Life holds important symbolic meaning in Germany and other parts of Europe. It is associated with myths, legends, and spiritual traditions, representing the connection between heaven and earth, the continuity of life, and the interdependence of living beings. Local communities often consider these trees sacred, performing ceremonies or rituals around them and preserving them as natural and cultural heritage. This symbolic aspect reinforces the mystery surrounding the species, creating a fusion of biology and spirituality. Moreover, the Baum des Lebens is a notable example of ecological adaptation. It can survive in poor soils, resist pests, and maintain continuous growth despite adverse conditions, demonstrating sophisticated evolutionary strategies. Researchers study its physiology, sap chemistry, and photosynthetic mechanisms to better understand how centennial trees thrive in challenging environments. In summary, the Baum des Lebens is far more than a symbolic tree. Its extraordinary regeneration, unusual forms, longevity, and cultural significance make it a true natural enigma. Every knotted trunk, twisted branch, and exposed root seems to carry stories and secrets that science has yet to fully decipher, consolidating its status as one of the world's most fascinating and mysterious trees. Number 3. Tane Mahuta, New Zealand. Tane Mahuta, the largest living kauri in New Zealand, is revered by the Maori and considered a guardian of the forest. Over 2,000 years old, its resistance to pests and ability to survive natural fires impress scientists. Colossal trunks and majestic canopies suggest unique evolutionary adaptations that remain partially unknown. The tree symbolizes the connection between culture and nature, becoming both a living monument and a scientific enigma. Number 2. Ginkgo biloba, China and Japan. The ginkgo biloba is a living fossil, having survived natural catastrophes for millions of years. Its unique fan-shaped leaves and remarkable resistance to pollution, diseases, and advanced age continue to intrigue scientists. Beyond its extreme survivability, its peculiar reproduction and genetic adaptations remain partially unknown, making it a living mystery and a direct connection to ancient plant species. Number 1. Tule trees, Mexico. The tule tree in Mexico is famous for having the widest trunk in the world. The incredible expansion of its trunk and deep roots challenges explanations of growth and structural support in giant trees. Furthermore, its longevity and natural resistance to pests and strong winds continue to puzzle scientists. Every centimeter of its trunk seems to carry centuries of adaptation and mystery, solidifying its status as an incomprehensible giant. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.